Good morning and welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Kathy Day and I'm a practitioner here at the center, and I will be leading our meditation this morning. So if you'd like to join me, I'd like you to take a deep breath in. Each time we breathe in, we're breathing in the love. We're breathing in the love that is ever present around us. And when we exhale, we release what we no longer need. And it goes out into the world and is food for other beings, such as trees and flowers and shrubs. Breathe in again, breathe in the love. Breathe out and release. Imagine there's a giant, comfortable ball of light above you, and it is filled with all that makes you feel comfortable and safe and warm. And kind of let it melt down into your body. Just bring it down into your body, into your scalp and your face, into your neck and your shoulders. Let this relaxation and comfort wash down each arm, through your joints, all the way down to each and every fingertip. Let it wash down your back and your belly, your hips and your thighs. Breathe in and let it flow, melt down into your calves, your ankles and your feet, washing down to every toe. You are wrapped in this light. You are wrapped in this comfort. You are wrapped in this safety. Take another deep breath in, breathing in love, and breathing out what we no longer need. We call our energy back from all the places we've left it this week. Bring it back to the present moment for our use in the right here and now, so that we can be fully supplied with all the energy we require for our greater expression of living. Take another deep breath in, breathing in the love, and breathing out what we no longer need. Imagine you are in a comfortable, cozy place. There is nothing particularly going on. It's just some moments to be with yourself. Remembering that you heard somewhere that it's good for us to contemplate our good. We take this time to contemplate all the different forms we would like our good to take. Take a deep breath in. As we contemplate our good, we open to its existence in our world. We create the feeling of being our good, being in our good, and receiving our good in every interaction with life. Through every tree and flower, through every process and guide. There is love surrounding us always. The stoplights that tell us when it's safe to go. The signs that help us locate where we are and determine where we're going. The cautionary signs that warn us of a sharp curve. These were all created in love to make this world an easier place for you to maneuver in. We give thanks for all those who came before us to the person who thought, hey, some striping on the road will give you a goal, give you a target, give you an idea where you are on the road. For the people who created the guardrails, for the people who created windshield wipers and heat within a car so we could stay comfortable and warm, even driving through the frozen northwest. Take a deep breath in of the love that is available to us always. It is the love that is within each and every cell and atom of our bodies. We let the intelligence within each and every cell do what it needs to do to facilitate the movement and the function of our entire body. We don't have to know all what it does, but whenever we do, there is an amazement, an awe that all this is going on inside us without us having to know how, without us having to instruct it. We have an amazing body that takes a variety of fuels and converts them for our use, for our energy, for our function, and releases all that does not serve us. We have an amazing body that knows how to make repairs, that knows how to grow and flourish. And we give thanks to this community within us of cells that does what we need it to do. There is a beauty and a grace around us if we take the time to see the beauty and the grace within each human being, within each element of nature. Just even watching the grace with which a raindrop rolls down a window, gathering other raindrops with it to make a little pool. We give thanks for the lessons of nature, with the ebb and flow of the tide, with the flowing of the rivers to the sea, with the collection of moisture over the sea into the clouds that bring that water to our mountaintops so that it can flow once again in the form of mist or snow, fog or rain. The movement of water indicates the ease and grace that we can embrace in our own movement in life. Breathe in that love and release what we no longer need. We open our mind and our heart to fresh new ideas, for we are the green growing edge of life. We open to new possibilities, new interactions, new ways of connecting. We are safe and we are supported. We continue to contemplate our good and seeing our loved ones surrounded in love, and that all their needs are met. We don't have to know how in order to know that it is so. For the universe knows many more ways than we are aware of, than we will ever be aware of. But we need to release and let go. And use this power that surrounds us by getting into alignment with our good and what it feels to recognize and know our good. We plant a seed of our intention. What is it that we wish to create? What is it we wish to draw to us? And what is our intention in that? We observe nature as nature plants the seeds that grow the plants, that provide the fruit and vegetables, that feed the animals. It is happening easily and effortlessly by each plant being exactly what it is. And we can be exactly who we are. Always expanding, always learning, always growing in new directions. For it is the nature of the allness of spirit to express through all creation. And we allow that this is moving through us in the right and perfect ways for us. Each individual partakes in their own way and expresses in their own way. There's no need for competition or comparison, for we are not supposed to be anything more than who we are. And that is our gift to this world. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out. Come back to the room. We're just about ready to wrap up. I give thanks for all the good that is in my life. And I give thanks for everyone who is here, remotely or in person, to hear this meditation. Namaste. Good morning, everybody, and
Good
welcome to
morning.
Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. We are your Joy Note singer. I'm Kathy Day,
I'm Brian.
I'm Naomi. Welcome.
and please stand and join us in some opening songs.
I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, I am. In the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, I am. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, and the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, I am. In the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, in the light and the love and the glory, I am.
Now, if you'll please welcome your neighbor and just acknowledge their existence.
Hi, neighbor.
Is your wife here?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Another Sunday.
Another Sunday. Now make your way back to your seats, but you can still stand and sing. I find it easier to sing when I'm standing.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am.
Thank you all. You sound amazing from up here. Please, if you have any electronic devices, if you can turn them to silent so you don't interrupt anything, fantastic. And welcome.
Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center Eugene, where we come together to be centered in spirit, centered in community, and centered in our highest purpose. And hello to everyone joining us remotely from home. If you're here, if you're here for your first time, we have a sheet in the foyer you can fill out. Oh, okay. My mistakes. It will be in the social hall for you to fill out. Just give us some of your basic contact info. We'll get you signed up for our newsletter. And our newsletter is the best way to stay informed on all of our classes and events and fun stuff going on. And here at this center, we know spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. So we use the principles of science of mind to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. And I'd like, one sec. I'm going to read for you one of our principles today. This principle is spiritual healing. We believe in the demonstration of healing through the power of this mind. And when we say this mind, we mean the mind of spirit. And I'd like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Kathy Day. And if you would all rise, we're going to sing another song.
We all live in harmony, and peace has come, for we are one.
So right here and right now, I invite you to close your eyes or have a downward gaze. Just take a deep breath in. As we remember and affirm that spirit is all there is, everything that is around us, everything that we see is spirit in expression. It is light, it is love, it is peace, it is power, it is beauty, it is joy, and so are we. For we are the divine expressions of this infinite goodness, this infinite benevolence. And we are here this morning to open our minds and our hearts to this morning's message, to the connections of community, to the inspiration and upliftment of music. And we give thanks for everything that cooperates to make this all happen. All the people that come together, all the people that have supported this center to keep it here so that we could be here in this moment in time for our good. So we open to receiving our good in this morning's event, moment by moment, person by person, note by note, knowing that we are supported in our good. And I release this treatment to the law of mind that takes its impress and knows what to do and how to do it to make this so right here and right now. And so it is.
Thank you, Kathy. And now I'm going to read for you our affirmation for the month of March. I will read it once aloud, and if you choose, you can repeat it again with me. I live in a world and a time of limitless possibilities. Every day offers me a chance to release the past and embrace a richer experience of life. I step forward into even greater good. And with me now, if you choose. I live in a world and a time of limitless possibilities. Every day offers me a chance to release the past and embrace a richer experience of life. I step forward into ever greater good. And so it is. Also just want to give a very special thanks to our audio-visual team up there. We appreciate you. Wouldn't be able to do this without you. And our talk today will be given by our beloved Reverend Linda Finley. And the talk title is Up Until Now. And before the talk, we have a very special musical guest, Timothy Patrick.
Good morning. No, not yet. Oh, yeah, there we go. Not yet. Oh, by golly. Hey, what a rainstorm we had, huh? My goodness. And sunny days are on our way. And that's what this song's about. Looking forward to and persevering when things are looking a little bleak. It's called Hang On, Little Tomato. Inspired by a Heinz ad in a Life magazine written by the leader, and what is the leader's name of Thomas Lauderdale of Pink Martini. Here we go. Hang on, little tomato. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The sun has left and forgotten me. Ah, it's dark and I cannot see. Why does this rain pour down? I'm gonna drown in a sea of deep confusion. Somebody told me, I don't know who. Whenever you are sad and blue, if you're feeling all alone and left behind, just take a look inside you and you'll find you gotta hold on through the night, hang on, things will be alright, even when it's dark and not a bit of spark. Sing some sunshine from above, spreading rays of sunny love. Just hang on to the vine, stay on, soon you'll be divine. If you start to cry, look up in the sky. Something's coming up ahead to turn your tears to dew instead. And so I hold on to this advice. When change is hard and not so nice, if you listen to your heart the whole night through, your sunny someday will come someday soon to you. to receive. I am opening.
Breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Being part of the cycle, of the circle that is life. I let go. I let go of what it took to get here. I let go of what's happening later. I let go of my stories. And I find myself present right here. In this moment, right now. And I breathe. For in breath, I connect to the infinite level of myself and the infinite level all around me. Wherever I am, God is. Spirit is. Life is. And I breathe. Trusting this process, I let go. I allow life to move through me. And I see where it carries me. I am grateful to be here now. I am grateful to be present to the truth of my eternal being. I let myself go into the divine idea that I am. And I grow. I let it be so. And so it is. Well, for some of us, no matter how many times we get told it's daylight savings time, we forget. And for some of us, we decide we can't get up without that extra hour of sleep, so we're just going to watch from home. Hi, I see you there. I love you. And I'm grateful to be here today. I do this thing where about 3 in the afternoon, I just start setting all my wall clocks ahead so that I begin getting myself into the mode of, okay, it's later than I think it is, you know. And I actually got really good night's sleep last night, so I felt good and woke up naturally at 7. So I said, okay, the new 7, the old 6. But anyhow, up until now, that's bothered me. Up until now is a magical phrase. Up until now, we did it this way. I've been this way. I've done this up until now. But now is a brand new moment. And I can do it differently. And that was one of the phrases I was taught years and years and years ago when I got into this teaching, when we start talking about how things are in ways that are things that we don't want. Up until, we're saying, oh, I'm always this or that, or I hate it when I do this or that, or this is how it happens when I da-da-da. And my teacher said, what if you change that to up until now? Quit affirming it as the truth of you and say, up until now, I did this, but now something different's happening. This year, as we look at the idea of a grand rising, of a growing being, of a getting up each day with an intention to not just have a good morning, but a great or even a grand morning, a grand day, to rise up with strength and power. This is where we learn how to create a new way of looking at things. This month, our theme is, that's how we've never done it. And I really kind of like that, the idea of how we've never done it. Especially when you're in an organization that's been around almost 100 years now, and this center, which has been here 54 years now, that's how we've never done it would be kind of cool, be kind of different, would be kind of something that could let go of the past and its habits and allow us to step into a new way of being. Allow us to try new things that we haven't done before. Allow us, as a community and as individuals, to let go of our stories and create something new, create something powerful, create something enlivening. Since COVID, you may have noticed, we kind of start measuring everything as, well, before COVID, we da-da-da. Now we're blah, 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 and we're trying to recover what it was before COVID. We want to get back to what we had before COVID. And that's gone. Because COVID is now here, and it's with us, and it's changing, and it's morphing, and in another 20, 30 years, it's going to be a common cold. It's evolving, and it does what illnesses do. That's what viruses do. Their whole nature is to adapt themselves to fit more people, and if they keep killing off the people they fit, there's nobody there to be in, so they adapt themselves to be a little less deadly so that they can hang around longer. So, but we've experienced the trauma of being isolated for months, of losing jobs, of losing forms of income, of losing homes, of losing loved ones, losing our savings. There's been a lot that's gone on in the last 4 years, and yet we're turning around and we're seeing the nation turn around in new ways, and it's getting better all the time around us, and there's more jobs every month. They're going, oh my God, it's even more jobs than we thought we were going to. We thought we were going to get a lot of them, but we're really getting a lot of them. If we focus on where we can go instead of where we've been, new ideas come to us, new ways of being come to us, new ways of existing and experiencing life come to us. And instead of trying to get back to what never may have been, I've always prided myself on having a really good memory, and I can remember what happened when I was this old and this old and this old, and my, people, I remember names really pretty well, and my friends are all, you remember that teacher's name? You remember that, yeah? And what I have discovered over the years, we are science of mind, and so we believe in science. And there are studies that, you are aware, I am sure, our brains are pattern seekers, not lesson learners. We're not really good at memorizing things. We have to really, really work at memorizing things. But we see patterns and we go, oh yeah, I recognize that. Oh, I see that, I recognize that. And we fill in the blanks. Literally, our senses do that. There are spots in our eyes that are blocked by little things inside our corneas, retinas, but the rest of our brain fills in the spaces by capturing what's around us and filling in the blanks where those blockages are. This is literally how it works. We seek patterns. Every part of us is seeking a pattern. So when something happens, we're looking for a pattern. Well, when we're remembering what happened when we were this big or that big, it starts blending our memories of it. Every time we remember it, we bring it back up, and then we kind of fill in the blanks. We kind of put stuff there that may have been in a whole other time and place, but we put the two of those. Literally, they've done all kinds of tests on this, and that we create our memories. We're all really good storytellers, and we look for patterns, and we create our memories, and then we judge things based on the memories that aren't really what happened, because they fit the pattern that we created in trying to remember and put all these details together. We tell stories to ourselves, thinking they're the truth, believing they're the truth, knowing they're the truth. And at the same time, they're not based in the truth. They're based in our story, in little bits of truth from here and there. It's kind of time to forgive and release old patterns, even the ones that used to work well, if they no longer serve us now. If they're not giving me the truth now, if I'm not receiving the truth now. When we honor our past and learn from it without attachment or resistance, we move freely into the future. Am I yearning for a past that never really existed, except in my mind? Am I trying to rebuild something? When I went through my divorce 30-odd years ago, close to 40 now, actually. We spent the last 6 months of our marriage trying to get back what we had when we were first together 16 years earlier. And in our 30s, we thought we were intelligent, capable, bright, grown-up people. But we weren't grown up enough to realize that what we used to be was no longer available. Instead of trying to build a future together, we were trying to recreate a past that we had grown out of. Where in my life am I trying to recreate a past that I've actually grown out of? Is it in my job? Is it in my relationships? Is it in my friendships? Is it in what I'm doing wherever I am? Am I attempting to build what never really existed? Rebuild something that never was. Our teaching has kind of 2 or 3 main things. One is there's one energy that created everything that is. There's one source, one substance, one supply, and we're all created within it, and we're all connected to the ground, to the earth, to the air, to the sky, to the water, to the fire, to the light, all of it is connected at the cellular level. We're all part of one organism. We're all cells in the body of the infinite. And we have the ability to work with the laws of cause and effect to create the life around us. The universe works with the laws of cause and effect to create the macrocosm, and within our own world, we work with the laws of cause and effect to create our microcosm, the world in which we live. We are makers of our destiny in that way. And the third basic teaching, which comes from Thomas Troward, and it's very, very simple number of words, but it requires a little bit of discussion, and that is principle does not depend on precedent. Principle does not depend on precedent. What happened before does not determine what happens now, unless we make it do that. Principle doesn't care how many times you flipped the coin and it showed up heads. The odds are still 50-50 that it's going to show up heads next time. It's not an aggregate of statistics. Statistics will say one thing, but the odds are still the same. Principle is, according to our definition in Dr. Holmes's book, The Science of Mind, in the glossary in the back, principle is either one, a truth which is unchangeable, as in the infinite itself is principle, and number two, it is the source or the cause of a thing that exists. The cause of existence does not care what happened before. It can make something new now. You give it new materials, it will make a new thing. It will do a new thing. You give it new information, it will do a new thing. It's the cause creates a new effect when we put new options out there. It doesn't matter what happened before, something new is always possible, and we have to embrace that idea. Oh, but we tried that before and it didn't work. Oh, but we did this and we failed. Oh, but I don't know how. I've tried it and I can't learn that. Those are all lies. Those are all lies. Those are all stories that we have told ourselves based on old experiences as our brain seeks patterns. Oh, here's a pattern. She did that before and she failed. He tried that before and he fell down. We get danger, because that's the job of ego, is to protect us when we're going out on a new limb that we haven't tried before. It doesn't know what's possible, and so it says, no, don't go there. What if you went there? What if you went there and it worked? What if you went there and you actually thrived? What if you tried something new and it didn't work, but you learned something? Oh, if I'd have just tightened that a little bit over here and loosened it a little bit over there, it would have been perfect. Of course, that's not really good when you're in a parachute, but for the most part, we're not in parachute incidents. We're not in life or death incidents. And even fail, the acronym for fail, F-A-I-L, is first attempt in learning. When I don't learn, so Edison is famous for saying we now have 10,000 ways that do not work as filaments. Didn't fail at any of them. They learned that those don't work. The other thing about Edison that is fascinating, and it was something I didn't know and I just read this week, when he was hiring somebody, he would take them to lunch and order soup and watch them. And if someone salted and peppered the soup before they tasted it, he wanted nothing to do with them. They weren't willing to test it before they made their adjustments. Even if you're in the same restaurant you've always eaten at, there could be a different cook. They could have done something a little different. Try it before you refuse it or adjust it. Up until now, we have believed that knowing, that being informed, that having the answers was the right way to live, to be, to grow, to be safe. I'm going to suggest that not knowing, that being uncertain, provides you with way more ammunition, way more tools, way more ability to grow, to learn, and to expand the way you look at things. Dr. Holmes said he wanted this teaching to be open at the top. Jim Lockhart always says, not so your brains fall out, but so that we grow into a larger idea of what is possible. Take these teachings and don't make them our roof, make them our platform. Can you see the difference between taking the knowledge you have and saying, okay, it's here, I'm done, this is as far as we can go, I've got it now, and putting it underneath you and saying, wow, with all this, what can I do now? And how can I grow? John Keats, who died at 25 of tuberculosis and yet is one of the most brilliant poets in the English language, talked about the idea of only by not knowing something can we start to grasp it well. Life's complexities demand of us a capacity to dwell in uncertainties, mysteries, and doubts without jumping to conclusions. Life's complexities demand that we be curious, that we be doubtful, that we not know. And I heard something the other day, and it was just in passing, so I can't quote where it was, but the whole idea that actually couples who have been married for years test lower on their knowledge of their partner than ones who are in relationships new, because their knowledge of their partner got fixed way back. And unless they're really actively interacting and doing things together, and they don't know how their partner has grown over the years, they're still relating to the person that they, and maybe if my husband and I had figured that out, we might have saved our marriage rather than trying to get back to who we were, figure out if we loved who we were now. If I know the answer, if I always know the answer, if I'm always absolutely certain that this is what we need to do, have I left any room for growth? Have I left any room for transformation? Have I left any room for change? Is there any way for me to grow when I already know all the answers? When I already know what's going on? Oh gosh, there's so many wonderful quotes I wanted to share with you, and I'm sitting here. Lynn Nowicki, who has been writing this month's outlines, wrote something that I really, she's a minister from Oklahoma, and I thought immediately when I saw she was from Oklahoma that my whole brain went to a place of stories about Oklahoma and how people in Oklahoma think like and are like, you know, and I thought, there you go, Linda, telling a story about how things are and what to expect there because, of course, it's Oklahoma. While we can be tempted to stay comfortable in our discomfort, reliving the experiences, beliefs, and behaviors of our past, it's time to accept Spirit's invitation into the new, limitless possibilities of the present. It doesn't matter what it was. What could it be now? the limitless possibilities of the present. Let us set the intention to shine the light of consciousness into our old, less than conscious habits of thinking and doing. Let's replace our old story of I've always with the new script of up until now. Up until now, I didn't think we could grow. Up until now, I didn't think there was enough money. Up until now, I believed. But now I'm willing to entertain. Where does this fit in your life? Where does this fit with the story I'm telling myself? Where does this fit with how we grow as individuals, as a community? Ernest Holmes, in Living the Science of Mind, said, "We are all carrying the negative experiences of our past into the future, merely because we have not disconnected them from our minds." If we are creating a negative future, it is because we haven't changed our thought about it. Can I dare to dream a new dream? Can I dare to open to a new way of being? Can I dare to say yes to what looked impossible? Can I go out on that skinny branch, even as I feel it sagging under the weight of my feet? How do I quit dragging the baggage of my old story with me? By dropping it. There is no magic elixir, there is no secret prayer, there is no perfect ritual. You can create them, but what's happening is you're convincing your mind that this is what it needs to do that and giving yourself permission to do it. Because I did the ritual. It's because I believe in the ritual, not because of the ritual. You can use crystals. The crystals have no power. But if you believe they have power and you let that power work on you, then the power of the universe is working on you through the crystal. But there's no power in the crystal other than the power you give it. Dr. Holmes has talked many times about how we have to let go of the idea that this moment is based on the last moment. Principle does not depend on precedent. And go into the idea that this is a new creative moment. One of my greatest ahas years ago as I read this was, it isn't that I'm not having this experience. I don't deny the experience. It's happening. I'm having the experience. But it only has the power I give to it. It only has as much power as I give to it. Again, the balloon, am I going to hold it at arm's length out here and I can see everything that's going on, or I'm going to have it touching my nose and blocking everything else and convincing me that it is the only truth? I was laying there after my angioplasty, and I have arthritis in my right hip. And they did the incision, instead of going through the wrist as they did with the angiogram, they went through my groin. Well, and I'm after surgery, and I'm all out of the anesthesia, and I'm laying there in my bed, and I'm, and they said, okay, it's about time to remove the piece from your groin. And okay. No head warning, no nothing. This guy comes in, and I'm laying there, and all of a sudden he says, well, it's going to be some pressure, but most people get used to it. He puts all pressure in the world down in the space between my hip. And after about 10 minutes, I'm going, I am not most people. And they didn't even say how long it would last. It's 30 minutes that they do this. And I'm starting to cry, because it's like my entire hip socket is being loosened from me with this pressure, and I was in more pain than I have ever been. I think the only other time was when I dislocated my elbow. Was the only other time I've had that much pain, and I laid there crying for 20 minutes. But what I did was breathe into it. It did not necessarily hurt any less, but it had less power over me. And so I spent 20 minutes breathing with every fiber of my being to take the power out of it. And as soon as it stopped, the pain went away because he wasn't pushing down on my leg anymore. But I could have leaped out of the bed screaming. I could have done all kinds of things and given it more power than I did, but I knew one way or another it was going to have to get done, and I didn't want to run bleeding down the hallway. So but I made the choice to take the power back. I made the choice to take my power back. Only when we take our power back. Every time I worry about what somebody else says or does or thinks about me, I'm giving them my power. I am letting them walk free in my brain. I don't choose to do that. I don't know about you, but you have the ability to say, nope, I'm not playing that anymore. I'm not going there with you. I know what I'm doing, and I'm willing to learn, but I'm also not going to give in to the pain. I'm going to breathe my way through it. Up until now, I thought I had the answers. From this point forward, I'm open to every lesson and every idea and every concept that brings itself forth so that I can make an informed choice, not a knee-jerk response. Because the truth is, I've had the power always. I've always had the power. You've always had the power. We've always had the power. We are one with the one, in the one, and it is something so much greater than any story we tell. I move to the idea of, can I imagine? What if? Could we consider the possibility? What if something totally outside the realm of what we've ever done presents itself? Then what do we do? And how do we do it? You choose. You choose. You choose. You choose. And so it is. All righty, it is time for the offering. And it is time for our singers to come up and do the offering song. If you are giving a gift today, we are in the process of redoing things and getting things. I've had a lot of requests for us to bring back the, I didn't know they had disappeared. I'm auto tithing and the little cards that we had for that. We will be getting those back, or we'll be getting new ones, designing new ones, whatever. But whether or not you are giving today, put your hand over your heart. If you've got your gift in it, do that. If otherwise, just put your hand there. I bless this gift.
I bless this gift.
I bless this time.
I bless this time.
I know that life is good to me.
I know that life is good to me.
I know this gift comes back to me.
I know this gift comes back to me.
Pressed down, overflowing, and multiplied.
Pressed down, overflowing, and multiplied.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks.
I give thanks. I give thanks for this offering.
We give thanks.
I give thanks.
We give thanks for everything. We give thanks.
We give thanks. We give thanks for this offering.
We give thanks.
We give thanks.
We give thanks for
everything.
I just thought I would share with you that, I don't know if we turn this on. I don't, that today is Tabor Darlin's, she's the woman who wrote the song. It's her 36th birthday today. So we're also wishing her happy birthday. And we have a special wondrous treat from our beloved Irishman, Timothy Patrick. Sure. Why not?
Brian.
Hey, sure and bigora.
Well, I can do the Irish jig now. I can. Oh my goodness. Well, I want to say thank you to John and Bethel and Kathy up there. I've been working with them a bit to solve some problems, and they are solving problems all the time up there. Give a round of applause to those guys. Well, I'm looking forward to the 17th. Maybe some of you are too. How many of you have Irish heritage, by the way? There we go. Well, it's a special holiday in my family, and we get together, my brothers and I, and we have the classic 7-course meal from Ireland. Anybody ever had it? Yeah, it's a baked potato and a six-pack of Guinness. There you go. Yeah. It's delicious. And thank you for letting me say that joke there. All right. Now, do we have any lyrics up there? There we go. Now, this beautiful little tune. You get to sing 3 choruses with me. We're going to start off with it. Let me unmute this puppy. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Here we go. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away. Well, there's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it ne'er should be there at all. But such power in your smile, sure a stone you'll beguile, and there's ne'er a teardrop should fall. When your sweet little laughter is like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be, you should laugh all the while, and all other times smile. And now smile, a smile for me. Sing with me now. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, and all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away. Well, the smile is a part of the love in your heart, and it makes even sunshine more bright. Like the linnet's sweet song, crooning all the day long, comes laughter so tender and light. For the springtime of life is the sweetest of all, and there's never real care or regret. And while springtime is ours throughout all of life's hours, let's smile each chance we get. Yeah. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away. That last line again. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away. Thank you. Have a wonderful St. Patty's Day.
Well, it's time now for announcements, what's going on in the center, what's happening. I don't know if anyone is available today, but whether you're at home listening or here, Julie T. could use some help out at her house after the service. They've gotten a dumpster after her fire, and they're getting ready to dump and clear out things. So if anybody is able to be out there today and give her a hand. I'm not quite sure who to contact to get directions to her house or anything else, but maybe Dale in the office can help you. So, after the gathering today at 11:45, Danu will be leading the discussion group. It will be in the meditation room, right straight back, the center one in the back there with the big window. And if you had things that came up for you or stuff you'd like to talk about or any questions or thoughts, please step in there and spend about a half hour. He will finish it up by 12:15. Joe is going to do a river walk next week. We're moving it away from the beginning after the potluck to the middle of the month. And he will be having more instructions, but just to let everybody know, it'll be at the middle of the month from now on, either the second or third Sunday, you know.
Yeah, if I might just make a quick sharing about that. So
Come up here so the people at home can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. Oops. I'll be leading a walk. All I have to do is make it to the altar. Once I get on my feet, it improves. It's just getting up on my feet. Anyway, what I wanted to say is we will be doing this next week. The forecast right now is a sunny day in the 60s. And the way we're going to celebrate that is I want to revisit an area that I really like close by up around Riverbend Hospital. However, my plan is to have us walking through some open fields. It will not be on paved paths. So even though the weather will be clear and hopefully it'll be somewhat dry, plan that accordingly if you want to come on the walk with your footwear. And whether you come to the service or not, we would be meeting a half an hour after the service ends. So 15 minutes to a half an hour. So let's say about
noon.
quarter of 12 to 10 minutes of 12, something like that. Okay? All you people at home, show up next week.
Is it hilly?
I'm sorry, yes.
Is it hilly?
It won't be hilly, but it will be through open fields on
might be a
somewhat
little
uneven ground. So if you have a walking stick, but the main thing is, one time, the first time I did a walk, there were some people came along spontaneously and it was kind of wet. And they said, oh, well, we can't do it because we don't have the right footwear, but they just joined up on the spot. So that's why I'm saying for this time, good footwear.
Cool, thank you. But it is not climbing anything, it's just, it's more or less. Men's coffee every Tuesday at 10 a.m. at Theo's Coffee at House on 8th and Charnelton. The Wednesday gathering is from 5:30 to 6:30 each week. This week, I'm not sure who's leading this week, but Reverend Trish? Oh, Reverend Trish is leading this week. Okay. So Reverend Trish is taking care of it this week. And then the following week on the 20th, Kathy Day and her husband are doing a Taizé service for the equinox. Soup for the Soul is back this week. We couldn't do it last week because of you may have noticed that the foyer looks like somebody came in and ripped it up. They did. And the asbestos is gone from that portion of the building, so we are clear and ready to go. But we will be doing Soup for the Soul, we'll be doing Generosity, and I'm making a corned beef and cabbage soup. Following that at 1:30 in the meditation room is the grief support group. I don't know that Karuna will be this week, but Ruba will be there for sure. Reverend Ruba Bird from the Quaker community has been leading it the last few weeks while Karuna's had his health challenges. But the women's group is coming up this coming Saturday. This week is the Zoom meeting at 10:30, from 10:30 to noon. And then from 4:30 to 6:30, there will be the Death Cafe, and then the shamanic drumming from 6 to 8. So the third Saturdays have become a busy day here at the community. So if you have an event, probably don't do it then, okay? Are you still taking new people? Okay, so forget that class, never mind. We had a fabulous time at the bingo. They raised over $200 for the center and gave away lots of prizes. Whether or not you attend the bingo, if you have a favorite restaurant or somewhere you go that you're a regular and they really like you, ask them for a gift certificate that we can give as a gift as a prize at bingo. So those of you who think can do something like that, please do. The Taizé gathering is going to be March 20th. We're going to celebrate the equinox. Kathy and Dwayne will be handling it. My friend Julia Hubble is going to be doing Is There Life After 50? Lessons in Excuse Busting. And she designed it originally for after 60, but we decided it applies to after 50 too. It applies, for those of you who are hitting 50 and thinking, oh my God, it's all over. She calls herself the helpless but not hapless, the hapless but not helpless horizon huntress. That's really hard to try to say. Alliterations are not my strong point. Suggested love offering, $20 to $30. It's Saturday, March 2nd, or March 23rd at 2 p.m. March 23rd at 2 p.m. And I think you will enjoy it. And then on March 24th, on Sunday, Astrid is beginning the trauma workbook and using the book The Body Keeps Score. And if you go to csleugene.org and click the donate button, you can pay online by score. It'll pop down a list and you just hit trauma. And the book boutique is there's nobody there today, but you can, if you find something in there you want, you can come into the office and purchase it from Dale. And many opportunities for service. And then Ellen Gabehart and Meredith Farrell did these. Meredith did all of the silk hangings, and Ellen did the beautiful paintings. And all of them are available for sale if you're interested. So just enjoy. It's so nice after last week being all naked. No pictures on the walls. We've got them now. And it's time for our practitioner of the day to talk to us about practicing.
Hi, we have a fantastic group of practitioners here, and we are available to you after the service to know greater for you. If you're stuck in a condition, or if you just want to experience greater love, greater peace, greater joy, see a practitioner after the service. I'll be up here on the stage, and the other practitioners will be by the windows. And can the other practitioners stand up? Can you say your name? and Kathy Day. So see us. Take advantage of this opportunity. At my old center, when I was just starting, I didn't have anything wrong going on in my life, and I had an opportunity to see a practitioner. And so I said, I want to go to Hawaii. I want, just treat for me, I want to go to Hawaii. And I started getting stuff in the mail, like special deals, and every arrangement that I made for this trip kind of expanded it. And I ended up being over there like 3 weeks and different resorts and a bigger, greater rental car. It, you know, Spirit works, man. You don't have to be in trouble to use a practitioner. But if you are in trouble, definitely see a practitioner.
And I just want to take a minute. There are not a lot of people here who were here years and years ago, but the fabulous Alfredo Gormazano is back in Eugene. And would you stand, please, Alfredo? He's a Sufi, and he does Sufi dancing, and he plays the oud and other instruments, and he's just amazing. He's going to be doing one of our Wednesday night services, and later, a couple months from now, he'll be doing a Sunday with us as well. So I just wanted to acknowledge him, and if you haven't met him before, go up and say hello, Alfredo, because he's just amazing and wonderful. So now, if everybody would stand, we're going to sing the peace song.
Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, and peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, we are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take this moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
If you choose, please repeat after me. I am.
I am.
Up until now,
Up until now,
I didn't believe that.
I didn't believe that.
And so it is.
So it is.